Hello and welcome to Tekkit Speedrun with me, James ES. Today, it's going to be a good one. Well, what the hell am I talking about? It's going to be no different to any other one. It starts off with the epic, amazing shit of me just like shearing all these sheep. And wow, oh my god, did you see the way I sheared those sheep? Oh, fucking hell, yeah, look, I even dodged a creeper. Oh, creeper dodged. Oh yeah, that's how you do it. Anyway, this episode is a building episode, and I've been kind of thinking a lot about what I've started to do. Oh, here's an exploit. Here's a way of getting unlimited bone meal. Keep reconstructing the wall and throwing it back in the pulverizer. Then it just, over time, it gives you bone meal. You could very easily set that up to be automated, so you could have completely automatic bone meal production, which is fucking awesome, because terraformers require a supply of bone meal. And say you're on somewhere like Mars or the moon, it's going to be hard to get a skeleton mob grinder. And even, it's easier than that anyway. I mean, their effort to build, a lot less effort than a pulverizer, and you could use an ME system to do it, and you could just have you'd literally have endless bone meal, which is not a bad thing. Anyway, that was a nice little discovery that I realised I can use to always have a supply of white bricks, which gives me a bit more of a building option. I've not tested, no, because I think if you use string to remake wool, it loses its colour. It just goes back to white. So you can only use it for bone meal and not other dyes, sadly. But you can still pretty much get unlimited of them anyway, just from shearing coloured sheep. So, because it always goes back. So not bad. Anyway, I decided this area was going to be, for a while I've thought, we need somewhere to live. You know, like a living quarters almost. So I decided to build a kind of house / archive, right? So it's got, it's got nothing yet. It's just a big pile of dirt and rock. But you'll see as it progresses. Oh yeah, I got pretty busy with this one. I actually got quite stuck into it. Ended up recording a bit longer than usual, so that you get a very slightly longer episode. It's barely noticeable because of the time acceleration, but it was a lot of fun to, it was one of the more interesting episodes for me. Usually I find building things can be a bit tedious, but this one was interesting. I like this, and I feel like it's sort of starting to make the rest of the weird whole structural area make a bit more sense, very slightly. So I think I've got a kind of idea. Basically, all the bit up underneath and around the track, in between the sugar farm and the base, it's going to be like a kind of lobby area. It's going to be sheltered, but it's going to be like a walkthrough. You know how you get, like, if you live in a city or even in a town, you get like arcades where you can walk. They're called arcades and they're like walkthroughs. It's like being in a street but with a roof on it, basically. That's what it's going to be like. So that's the idea with that. I'll probably add a bit more to it, you know. I'll work things out. But for now, I'm working on building a brand new structure to be used as, like I say, a living quarters and an archive. Now, the archiving stuff probably won't. I mean, these videos are kind of like an archive, because before I was actually going to use the books in game to keep records and shit like that, using the calendar system as well in the game. But no. Oh, by the way, I didn't talk about it when I actually did it, but what I've done with the mineral processing center is I've configured it to take cobblestone, basically take half of it, turn it into glass, the other half turn it into just smooth stone, so it's easy to make bricks and glass, which are two important building materials. And I'm going to need a lot of glass when it comes to building the underwater launch center and things like that. This was me testing out the gravel roads. They don't look as good as I would have liked, but they're alright, so they'll do. The only reason they don't look great, I think, is because they're at, you know, the standard Minecraft resolution, whereas the rest of the texture packs, like, I forget which one I'm using. It probably even says it like right in the title screen. I don't know. Not massively high. I forget what they even are. I think it's just 32. I don't think it's that high. But anyway, that aside, so what I decided to do was, get a lot of bricks. This is me making more gravel roads. I didn't feel like I walked any faster on them. And I think the, I said about the jetpack exploit where it gives you energy for your power fist. I don't think it's an unlimited energy exploit. I think it's literally just because a redstone jetpack actually holds quite a lot of power, which is why it takes so long to charge up. It's not that, but yeah, it's definitely drawing power from there because the power coming up on the little meter for the fist match the energy in the jetpack, even though you didn't see me actually check it. But it's easier to tell. It's really easy to tell. So yeah, here's me just building up the corners the way I just generally build buildings, or at least these kind of buildings. Yeah, because I was building it kind of the way that I would build a skyscraper, but it's like a miniature one. I'm not sure whether to go up another floor from what I've built ultimately, which you obviously haven't seen yet. Because I only did 2 floors. I'm going to do probably a fancy roof for it, at the very least. But I feel like maybe it should be a little bit taller. Maybe 1 more floor. And yeah, on the next floor I can have like a little library, which I could just use for enchanting, really. I guess that's a good use for it. Because we don't have an enchanting area, and well, although I do want to get into power suits, that will sort of, I don't know actually. I mean, I'll still be able to use my jetpack until I get the power suits jetpack. It's just, it takes a lot of time. Even time accelerated, I think you'd be waiting a while. So I think it might be better to wait until I've got more resources. Shiny metal is the one that I'm keeping an eye on, because I can get Eye of Enders quite easy by going to, and then I might even find the end, so I can just get so many Ender pearls that I can make all of like the best upgrades for the power armor like in no time. But at the moment, if I was to start doing it now, it would take forever. So it's just, I'm wondering how challenging. See, I've never done the moon dungeons without power armor. However, this time I plan to do things a bit differently when it comes to going to the moon. I want to build up a moon base, which I didn't have in my other series. Not that that's relevant, but literally the first time I go up, I'm going to go up with a setup to sustain life. So I could just stay there for as long as I like. All the oxygen setups, food production, easy. I'm just going to take a drum of water up there and make another fishing machine. All going to be run by, well, the thing is about the fishing machines, you can run it with redstone engines, which require no power input apart from a redstone signal. So exactly, it's going to be easy. Anyway, so yeah, you kind of get the idea of how this is going to go. This is me digging out what will be the floor. And yeah, I just wanted to get this sort of kind of finished, That's why this episode ended up being a little bit longer. And at the end, I did just kind of fuck about with paintings. I never use paintings in Minecraft or Tekkit. But I thought I needed to make it feel a bit homely and have a bit more detail to it to make it feel like a living quarters. I wanted to build a fireplace, but it's a bit risky if I've got wooden floors. I know you can, like, kind of do it. You literally just use one netherrack. I think it's only lava you've got to be careful of. I think I don't know, how many blocks does fire need to spread? That's the question. I think I'll probably end up looking that up. Also, I don't know, like, in the whole design of it all, I don't know where I'd actually put it, like, in the end. I'm definitely going to build another floor for enchanting. Or is there any point? Because, like I said, I'm not into the magic stuff. I'm more into science, so it would make sense for me to go to the power suit. But it's just, no, what just kind of occurred to me is that the fully reinforced diamond power suit is tougher than diamond armor. You can then put a cooling system on that, which will make you... It's like getting a fire protection enchantment. So doing that might be worthwhile, and that won't take too long either, especially because the initial power suit is easy to make. It was just the fact that I won't have that chest slot because I plan to use the jetpack. But then I could always have a diamond reinforced, the same way that I do now with my normal diamond armor, but with power armor. I know that fully diamond reinforced power armor would easily allow me to defeat most of the bosses in the game. So I probably will do that. It won't take that long. I've got the tinker table. All I've got to do is make the suit and make sure I've got enough diamonds to make the advanced plating or whatever. Yeah, it'd be great. I think I'll do that. Don't know when though. Probably maybe next episode. Time accelerator. That'll take like no time. And also another great advantage of that is it means that durability is endless, unlike, you know, diamond armor, which you have to keep replacing. I only have to do it once. It's going to cost more diamonds, but it's an investment, you know. But I'll probably do the whole suit so that I've got the chest piece as well. So if I go into a fight, unless flying is going to be of a benefit, I can go in fully like a tank, basically. The only downside is I will move pretty slowly unless I get... because it makes you really heavy, which makes you move really slowly unless you get the upgrades for like sprint assist and stuff like that. So that's what I mean. As soon as you start getting into it, you've got to get all these different modules, and it's still really cool though. It's such a cool mod, and it's always a good thing to do. But if you don't have the materials, it can be a bit like, ugh, I need to get this. Like, I needed shiny metal for so long so I could get the jetpack. It's just not even funny. I mean, at the moment, I've got one shiny metal dust, and then this is all to make enderium ingots, and it gets so complicated. Massive recipe inception involved to get a decent suit anyway. And yeah, so for now we'll keep things simple. We'll maybe do a little bit each time instead of trying to just go all in and get it all done. I'll just work on it on the side, you know, not even use it, just have a suit that I'm slowly working on. The same way as I like, rather than just focusing on, say, the launch center, which I could have been doing. I could have been constantly. Also, what's with these weighted pressure plates? I don't get how they work. Maybe the light one is the one that I needed, but I heard somewhere, and I don't fuck knows where. I heard the stone pressure plate will stop mobs. It does not stop mobs. I'm sure it does not. I'm sure I learned that the hard way when my family got massacred in an old save by a horde of zombies. Yeah, that happens. It happened more than once actually. They just smash into the house and just murder your whole family, and it's like, oh shit. Not good, not good. It's my fault. I should have used iron doors. But I thought they were safe because there was loads of guards around, because I kind of built up a little town. But no. Yeah, anyway, this is me lighting the place up. Adding a few finishing touches. Actually, we're getting quite close to the end. God. When I was actually... It felt 4 times longer than it looks, obviously, because that's what it actually was. So yeah, this has kind of become a designated building materials chest. So for the rest of the episode, it's just me getting the little touches together, and obviously the windows and stuff like that. Just little bits, really, what I consider to be little bits. So I was going to use gravel roads for the majority of the paths in like the courtyard and stuff, but now I'm not so sure. I might Oh yeah, this is me literally relocating and moving out the beds and stuff, which is all good. Opens up this area a bit more. This is all going to be really opened up, you see. That floor is going to be completely demolished to make way for a sort of a larger room that then leads into the tunnel that goes down. But you'll see that as it happens. It means I'm going to have to make some changes to the ME system, by which I mean move a couple of cables. It's not going to be hard. I only need to move the access terminal so it's in reach. It might even look neater, like set up like that. Floating chests. I could put them on slabs so they don't look as ridiculous. Or they might look fine. I don't know. But most of the things in there can just be suspended. It's not an issue. It might even look cool. But yeah, the only way to find out is to do it. And that's what we'll find out, you know. Well, I mean, we've got another few episodes yet before we start messing around with that stuff. So, yes, walruses. Now shit's getting real, and some coal. All of this is really unnecessary because most of the food comes from down below. But I thought I'd have the option. You want food in your house, right? So yeah, I just thought I'd take some food up there and a furnace to cook it with. So, because that's what you have in your house, right? You need an oven. You need a couple of crafting tables. You need. And some decoration. That's what all this next bit's about. Making it just look like a home. And I think it's fine as an isolated structure. You know, I said it was all going to be part of one big superstructure. Maybe if I'll find a way to make that work, but I don't see it working quite like that. Everything will definitely be interconnected, but not one big building, if that makes sense. All part of a large compound, I guess. There's still going to be a fucking massive building. I mean, look at what I've done with the sugar farm, linking it into the mountain. Yeah, at first I was like, oh, that's cool. But in the end, I decided it was a bit too scary and got rid of it. And decided that I didn't even want a picture on that wall. That one's even more scary. Terrifying. I think I left that one. Yeah, I did. The big ones are cool, but they just, yeah. I wasn't quite sure how to lay these out. And eventually I kind of lost patience. And just went with near enough. I don't know if they're mirroring, actually. Okay, so those two paintings, although they look similar, they're actually different. Then I was kind of annoyed with myself because, look, they're like mirrors. But what I didn't look was on the wall behind to see if they were matching. That would have been kind of cool. Oh, we're very close to the end now. So I've got to pay attention to this because it gets complicated if the video ends too soon. I think I decided to go for 3 small ones here. And then that was it. So guys, thanks very much for watching. My name is James ES. This is Tekkit Speedrun. I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day. See you later. Bye. Bye.